Hello to all of my Cancers. This is Queen Amun Ra coming to you with your general reading. This is your Friday reading. This reading is going to be for October 17th through the 24th of October. We have a new moon on the 21st, on Tuesday the 21st of October. So the last day of this cycle is going to be on October the 20th. We had a hunter's moon. So lots going on social media, just lots going on in the world. Seems like there's a lot, I can't see everybody. Seems like there's a lot of hunting going on. Hunting for information, hunting for stuff, and people are finding themselves. And I'm looking at this secret. People are hunting for other people's secrets. But what they're finding is they're finding themselves. A lot of people are coming out of the woodwork, hunting for information, and a lot of people are finding themselves in other people's secrets. They're finding their own family secrets in other people's family's secrets, right? So that's what you're seeing a lot of on social media. So when you go looking to expose other people, you're finding your own family secrets, because we're all connected. We are all connected on this planet. So, something funny I saw also on social media is this woman. I don't know if you all saw it on Instagram, which I thought was so funny. She hit the lottery and her family members could not find her for like 2 years. I think it was like 2 years. I want to make sure I got the story straight. So when they finally found her, she had on this white wig. She had on this white wig. She was coming out of her house, and she had clearly she had on a disguise, right? It's speaking of secrets, because that's what the moon card is, secrets. And she had on this white wig, and it wasn't obvious that she had hit the lottery, but I guess they found out she hit the lottery. And I know it's like, that was me. I'd been sending out like secret, probably money orders so it couldn't be traced to several people, making sure people got money. Certain people who had made a difference in my life. That's my heart. I would have given some money to some people who made a huge difference in my life. But it would have been anonymous. They would have known where it came from. But I definitely would have been relaxing somewhere. And I just thought that was funny, because they couldn't find her for 2 years. They hadn't heard from her, couldn't find her, nothing. And somebody, I guess, in her family played detective, and they found her, but she had on a white wig, and she was coming out of the house, tiptoeing out of the house. It was so funny. But anyway, if you all happen to see it, you'll probably think it's funny too. We're going to get into your reading. But yeah, this hunter's moon has been quite interesting. And as we're closing out this cycle, a lot of people are finding out secrets about their own family, and it's overwhelming. It's overwhelming. The stuff that you're seeing about, celebrity news that you're seeing, you're finding out, you're connecting. So the people that you looked up to, see all of these stars around this moon, and how we're all connected. A lot of people are going to look, as a distraction. You're believing in your dreams, just like other people believed in their dreams, and the stuff that they had to go through just to believe in their dreams. And they're finding out the same thing when you believe in your dreams. Same people, same type of people in their family try to do everything they could to hold them back. They went through some of the exact same struggles. And that's why you can go ahead and put the past behind you. So you can go ahead and put the past behind you. So you don't have to go through the 6 and 7 of cups, right? You can go ahead and put the past behind you. 5 of Cups connects us to Scorpio. We're not necessarily talking about a Scorpio, but Scorpio, like, you can go ahead and break that generational cycle, chain, and curse by going straight to 8 of Cups. Walking away from something. Just saying, I don't have to have a depth of emotion where I'm so overwhelmed by something, because I'm looking up to somebody else as if they never had to go through any struggles, right? Yeah, some people really had to go through some things that were just overwhelming. I'm looking at the moon card, and I'm just thinking to myself, I'm trying to go back in my mental Rolodex, maybe because of where I grew up, like the city where I grew up. And I've seen so many people kind of like on, I guess what some people would consider at just various stages in their lives. Just trying to think. I don't know if I've ever really looked at people as if, and I know how people look at, like famous people and things like that, but I don't know that I'm saying this in full transparency. I don't know that I've ever really looked at anybody as like, oh my God, I really want to be, like that person. Yeah. So, but somebody is putting the past behind them. A lot of people are putting the past behind them, and a lot of people are starting to just kind of sort of really look within, go within, especially since you're seeing these stories online and you're starting to see these people, their families are your families. It doesn't really matter what your race, your culture, your background is. Something is just overwhelming. Something is overwhelming. Something is starting to make people cry when they hear certain things and they see certain things. They're like, oh my God, these things, the same things are happening in my family. And so right now, looking at this, there is, just to hear someone talk, somebody is learning why people create very firm boundaries. Why people create very firm boundaries, break cycles, chains, and curses, and go into protecting themselves. Yeah. Some people move out of the country. Some people do a complete, this is a Saturn return. Some people move up, some people completely move away, from, their families to break generational cycles, chains, and curses. Not that they hate anybody, but just, looking at this right here, what a lot of people are learning during this hunter's moon here is that you'll be stuck on processing chaos and confusion to the point it's just overwhelming. You've seen on social media with some families that some people, they're so overwhelmed they start drinking, they develop all kinds of addictions, all kinds of things happen where they just have tower moment after tower moment after tower moment after tower moment until somebody just decides they're breaking away from that. Some people keep it a secret and they're just living, in the dark. They're just living in the dark. And some people fight through stuff. For them, their kids, they just fight. They fight through it, until they just break out, right? So somebody is starting to see some things from a higher frequency as we're closing out this cycle. So I'm sending everybody lots of love and light as we move on from here, move on from this cycle. And this is going to take us to the 24th, which is next Friday. You'd be surprised at the number of people who really want to, who secretly practice dark moon magic to keep people in the dark, to keep people overwhelmed. So I would hope that you all will create very firm boundaries to protect your energy and to protect, to pray for people or send out at least good energy to people who could be struggling or going through things. Especially if they express themselves to you that they've gone through really rough times. Like the woman that I saw on Instagram who had just decided, hey, she hit the light. I don't know if she sent anything to anybody or she just said, hey, I'm gone. I'm out of here. She put that white wig on. Somebody found her. She was tiptoeing out the front door, wherever she was. And I don't know if it was even a skit, but I don't think it was a skit. I think it was somebody actually found her. And they were just recording, like, we got to find her, right? But anyway, let's jump into your reading. This reading for you, Cancer, the theme around this reading is emotional clarity, self-compassion, spiritual healing, heart wisdom, right? So the focus for you all is how you can navigate the week with divine empathy, right? And awareness. That's what's going to be going on with this. This is for October 17th through 24th. It's going to invite you to step into a week of emotional renewal, divine softness, and spiritual grounding. And so Spirit is going to remind you that compassion for yourself and others is your greatest strength. So you're being guided to move through this week with grace, forgiveness, and deep intuitive trust. Deep intuitive trust. Yeah. All right. So we are in a waning crescent moon. Moon is in Virgo. Virgo rules 6th house. This is where, 6th house is all about your daily routines, right? Where you're being more meticulous. Virgo is ruled by Mercury, communication planet. So when you're in receiving mode of just being in receiving mode of somebody telling you how overwhelmed they've been in the past. That is why when a person comes to you, no matter what your religious beliefs are, when a person comes to you and asks you, can you pray for me? And I've seen this happen a lot in religious settings. When people say, can you pray for me? And a person sits there in tears and they are pouring their hearts out to people and they're telling people, this has happened to me, that's happened to me, and this happened to me. And people have to get a whole group of people together in a circle and everybody's talking about something. I don't know that that's considered as sacred. When after that something dark happens. When something dark happens. Instead of uplifting. Okay, let's help everybody involved. Have compassion for everyone involved, right? So that's what I'm seeing here in your cards. So I see you having compassion for yourself. You've carried a lot of your ancestors' pain on your back. This is what a lot of you all, like I said, are Empress energy, because ancestrally you've carried a lot of their gifts on your back to a point of overwhelm. But Source is saying you can put it all behind you now. You cried your last cry. Your ancestors are excelling now. You can put it down, right? You can share the wisdom, like when you're in a car ride with people. You can let people know, hey, be very mindful of, like a lot of people are entertaining angels and they don't even know it. So you can share that wisdom and knowledge with people, but it's not your burden to carry. A lot of people assume that their kids have to carry their burden. They don't. A lot of people, ancestors pass that down from generation to generation to generation. And people feel like they have to carry that burden. Whatever your belief is. Some people feel like they have to move their parents in with them. They have to take care of their parents. They have to, and I'm not trying to step on any toes, but whatever your belief is, with your belief, this is no judgment here. Some people believe that they have to, when they get married, they have to move parents, grandparents in. They have to take care of their siblings, kids. They're obligated to take care of family members. And if they don't, they're looked upon as selfish. If they don't, they have to do this, they have to do that. It really should be because they want to, because they want to. And not frowned upon if they don't. So I feel like somebody is really at this point right here learning how to put the past behind. You're learning how to put the past behind you. You're having one last cry. You don't even have, like I said, you don't have to make it to 5, 6. You don't have to make it to 6 and 7. 6 would be like seeing a person seems like, they fine when they come out of the house. They just seem insensitive when you don't know what went on in the house. 7 of Cups, they're a snake. They just leave behind so-and-so, and this person went through all of this stuff and we're hearing about it and the person is crying but you don't know what other people went through in the house. Then, 8, you really just don't know what people go through. You have no idea what people go through, right? And so all people hear is that somebody's abundance and their prosperity is growing. When I talk about you all being the mother and money sign of the zodiac, and they hear that you're thriving behind closed doors, they just know you got to a star, right? That's all they hear. Okay, this person is a star. Don't know your backstory of anything, right? They don't know that people try to pull you down to a lower frequency. They don't know that you've been overwhelmed in your past. All of this stuff happened to you before your star. A lot of people don't see it from a higher frequency, so they don't show you compassion. The source really wants you to start showing yourself some compassion, okay? So we're starting out with your card here. Your own ruling energy rises. Deep emotion, intuition, and reflection here, Cancer. So Spirit reminds you that your sensitivity is sacred, not a weakness. This is not a weakness. When you start feeling overwhelmed, it's not a weakness. This is where people are going to believe what they want to believe about you. And unfortunately, some people will start to practice dark moon magic, and people like me will expose it. I don't practice dark moon magic, but I will expose the people who do, right? I'm not afraid to expose the people who do, because there's too many people out here that don't know other people's backstories. And during this hunter's moon, as you will see, there are a lot of people hunting for people's information on social media and getting a big kick out of it. But guess what they have found? They found themselves. They found their own family secrets, looking for other people's family secrets. And guess what? It didn't matter what their skin color was. It didn't matter what their history was. They found their own family. Different last names, different skin colors, different cultures, sometimes different languages, but they found their own family secrets. And guess what? It bounced right back. They were the ones that were overwhelmed. They were looking right at themselves. And so, like I said, you can put the past behind you. For some people, it's a challenge to put the past behind them. So don't let it be yours. 5 of Cups. You may be feeling nostalgic or processing loss. Spirit asks you to forgive yourself and release the past. Love still surrounds you. There's still people out here, Cancer, who loves you. They really do. Because there are people out here that will expose people out here who are practicing dark moon magic. They still don't get it. They are, these energies out here, 5, 6, and 7 connects us with Scorpio, right? Scorpio is a fixed sign, and somewhere in their birth chart, they are relentless. They are still chained to the past. They are still chained to practicing dark moon magic. They're still chained to, remember Scorpio is a death card, right? And it's also connected to the judgment card, but it's also connected to the tower card. They're not going to stop until they have a tower moment. They are literally not going to stop until an entire tower and everybody connected to them is going to fall on them. You're going to have to let the tower fall on them. You're just going to have to pray for people like that. Just let a whole tower fall on them, because they're going to do it literally to death until they die. For them, they've made a covenant and a vow. They are married to dark moon magic until they die. We have no control over energies like that. None. The best thing you can do for yourself is to get as far away from them as possible. You're going to say, you know what? You seem obsessed with that. I'm going to have to back away from you. I'm going to have to protect my energy. I'm going to have to back away from, because you're crossing over boundaries now. You've broken every kind of law, spiritually, physically. You seem too committed. There's something else going on with you. Something else going on with you. You have no sensitivity for tears. You have no sensitivity for people's pain. You don't care about their backstory, nothing. All you care about, you too enraged. Something else is deeper going on. So the energies like that, you're going to have to let something else happen. Yeah, so somebody that you're dealing with really has a God complex. Somebody that you're connected to has a God complex. They really feel like either they feel like somebody did not protect them that should have protected them, because that's what I'm picking up on, and they're somehow trying to pull you down into something, and they feel like because you refuse to be pulled down. It's, remember, you're a cardinal sign. Because you refuse to, like, you went to a certain point, but you said, nah, I need to put something. No, okay. I mean, at this point, you're not showing any compassion. The compassion has left the room. Because these are the types of energies that want to hear a story, but then when they actually get their desired, when they get the desire, when their prayers are answered, okay, because then it exposes them. They prayed to get an answer, they get the answer, and then they still show no compassion. They still show no compassion. So this would be a person that's like, they will, let's say somebody wants to know your backstory, right? They get a spy involved. Well, go befriend Cancer, because this is what I'm saying for you all. Go befriend Cancer. Go find out, talk to Cancer, right here. Talk 3 is in inspired action. Talk to Cancer. Keep us in the loop. Keep us in the loop. Because somebody is relentless. Somebody real, they want to make you credit, they want to pull you down to a lower frequency. Talk about low vibrational stuff. Pull them down to a lower frequency. They too high vibrational, right? Tell them some stuff, just anything. Just make something up. Talk about low vibrational stuff. Talk about anything. Talk about, and I'm not going to say anything that's triggering. There's too many triggering things on social media, right? Something, just throw a couple of balls up against the wall. Let's see what's going to stick, right? So you get into these conversations, and so something is going to stick because we're all in human form, and a lot of people have a lot of things in common. So boom, something sticks. So you start opening up, and you start telling your truth about something, right? Because why do you need to lie about something? And you telling your truth, somebody else who is a go-between person is like, oh wow, I had no idea. They actually feel horrible because they were supposed to end you. They were supposed to end you. You gotta remember, 5 of Cups is death. They were supposed to end you. But the person that was supposed to end you actually has compassion for you. That person's like, nah, no, I'm trying to put my past behind me, and we share that past. We share that past. We have that in common. We have that in common. Right? So this is nothing but your ancestors helping you out. Your ancestors are helping you. Every single person that somebody who is committed to ending you, they refuse to walk away. Somebody refuses to walk away because this is the position that they're in. They are still processing something from their past, Cancer. I don't know who this energy is, but they're in a karmic relationship right now. They won't leave the person that they're with, whoever they're connected to. It could be their son, their daughter, it could be their spouse, it could be a sibling, whoever they're in a connection with. It's 2 energies, and it's a never ending, it's an infinite cycle that they're in, and they lie in wait. It's an emotion, it's a land predator, and it's a sea predator. So they prey on emotions, but they also prey on the physical and also the spiritual. So these 2 energies, they're entities. They just prey, they lie in wait, right? And so they constantly prey on you and somebody else. They just kind of sort of work between you and somebody else, just constantly and prey. So you have to, they roam. Like in the story of Job. And Source already knows how the story ends. Source already knows that you are a person that's going to yield. This is why you're so protected. Source already knows that you are a person that's going to yield to Source. But they are not. They are so fixated. They have to have a tower moment. They literally, every single person attached to them is going to fall. And it's going to be so loud. The fall is going to be so loud. It's literally going to be felt around the world. Literally. That's why you see this world here. And that's why you see the world card here. It's literally going to be felt around the world. And I'm saying this on the internet world. That's how loud it's going to be. It's going to be felt all around the world, and it's going to be overwhelming. Because people are going to be torn, literally, like it's going to be unbelievable. It's literally going to be unbelievable. This is the I believe sign. But it's going to overwhelm, it's going to be drown, it's going to drown them in every single area that they try to drown you in. Every single area they try to drown you in. So if they want to, it's going to drown them in the mental health world. It's going to hit them in the area of fame. It's going to significantly lower their money and increase yours. It's going to hit them so hard. It's literally going to change. It's going to hit them 8 generations back. I'm telling y'all, they messed up their whole bloodline 8 generations back messing with you. And it's nothing that you did. All you had to do was yield to your higher self, right? That's all you had to do. All you did was cry. The tear that fell from your eyes, I'm serious, whoever you are, the tear that fell from your eyes actually saved you and your bloodline. That's it. You don't even have to have any kids yet. It saved you and your bloodline. Get ready to thrive. Get ready to thrive. Somebody would not yield. They still processing something from their past, and it's broken. It is literally broken. And let me go deeper with somebody. If it's a father and a son, they mess up their whole seed. If it's a mother and a daughter, they just mess up the carriers. They're the carriers. Right? Toxic feminine bloodline. If it's the men, it's toxic masculine line. But at this, it will be felt around the world. This is the feminine energy, right? It's feminine energy. So everything, so this is feminine energy. So this is the women. These are the women. Every time somebody look at these women, next 8 bloodline, all they'll see is low self-esteem. That's what they'll see. Low self-esteem. Their worth. Meaning that whoever they connect with, whether they connect with men, women, whoever they connect with, these women, right, that's messing with you, your value has increased. You could look like, and I'm not trying to be funny either when I say this, when men look at you, or even women look at you, it don't matter, because y'all know there's no judgment on this channel, people will see you as not only your inner beauty, but your outer beauty. But more importantly, your inner beauty, because that's what's really most important. Because beauty really is in the eye of the beholder. But they'll see you as, because at first people were like, we don't really know what to believe. We don't know who to believe and what to believe now. We confused, right? Because the devil is the author of confusion. But because they chose to just be stuck, they couldn't even yield to source and back away from something concerning you, Cancer. Because see, here's the Empress card. At your core lies divine nurturing, and spirit calls you to replenish your energy through self-care, creativity, and gentleness. So that means even if you're a man watching this, you care so deeply. You must have had a mother that cares so deeply for you. Even if you had brothers who are relentless, your mother must have cared for you so deeply. If you're a man, even if you're a woman, whoever you are, you genuinely care. So you know how sometimes people will say, like, assume that you come from that family, so you must be just like your brothers. If you're a man, no, you must be the brother that stood out. Maybe you're the last son. You know how, parents, they wilding out with the first one. They acting like the first one is made of glass. By the time the second, third, fourth, okay, you could have fell down the steps and broke your neck. As long as you breathe and you move a finger, then okay, that one okay. Okay, you're not dead. Okay, we'll just give you some Robitussin and rub some Vicks, some vapor Vicks on your neck. Okay, bottom of your feet, top of your head, you'll be all right. You'll be alive. You just throw you in the bed, give you something, you be all right. Wrap a towel around a warm towel on your forehead, you okay. Get back to school. The baby can do no wrong, right? The baby, oh my God. By the time the baby comes along, the parents are wiser. Or if you're the only boy or the only girl, so people know like the dynamics of kind of like the first, second, all that other stuff. But something about your energy, whether you have kids or not, is just a very nurturing soul. You're a very nurturing soul. And something about whoever these two spirits are, they're stuck on processing something, whether it's an outer appearance and people talk to them like they weren't worth something. So it doesn't, let's say for instance, somebody told them that they weren't attractive in some way, shape, form, or fashion. No matter how many people come along and dress it up, they are still stuck on processing that. They are still stuck on processing that. And you could have been the person that told them, like, but look at you. You look good. You got all of these accomplishments. You got all the, they don't, there is something broken. They literally have to have a whole tower moment. And you won't be able to determine how that tower is going to hit. You're going to have to step away. Back up. You're going to have to step away. Because you don't want to get caught in their karmic cycle. They just set their whole, for 8 years, they set it back. So, coming for you. And other people like you, just so we're crystal clear. So it doesn't matter if you're a man or a woman. It doesn't matter if it's your sister, your brother. It doesn't matter if it's your best friend. It doesn't matter who it is. Because they would not yield to their higher self. They would not yield to even showing any compassion, no love, no nothing. They wouldn't let a tear fall, right? Nothing. They would not release it. They wouldn't purge something that's inside of them. So, but watch how the floodgates of things start happening for you, your abundance and your prosperity. Watch you see this out happening for you. You're divinely protected, right? The past influence for you was a 10 of Swords. An old chapter has ended. Spirit confirms this closure was karmic, clearing the way for new peace and deeper connections, right? Conscious influence is the star. Hope returns to your awareness. Spirit says your heart is healing and light is returning where pain once resided for you. A new future for you is a Temperance card. Balance is being restored. Spirit is blending emotional healing with spiritual wisdom. Everything is aligning in divine time for you, right? The near future for you is Temperance, right? That's a Temperance card. And your self-perception now is, you see yourself as compassionate, intuitive, deeply healing, deeply feeling. And Spirit celebrates this. You are love embodied, right? These energies right here, unfortunate, is that they contaminate everybody around them, right? Remember, beauty's in the eye of the beholder. You cannot help the way that you look and how many people are attracted to you, whether you're born lighter complexion, darker complexion, longer hair, finer features, slim, tall. People consider you as beautiful or what gene you inherited, whether your hair is a finer texture or coily hair or blonde hair or brunette or red hair or big feet or small feet or bigger breast or smaller or whatever, taller or short. You really cannot help what gene, what you inherited, right? Whether you are smarter or it takes you you learn differently or whatever the case may be. These energies somehow want to make everybody connected to them pay for somehow what you inherited over them. But they want to make everybody around them jump on the same bandwagon and pay to bring a whole tower down. They want people to fear them. That is not going to happen. Not with people like me. No, not with people like me. Not with people like me, because we will expose them every single time. Unapologetically. Every single time. Because there's too many people out here who have gone through the same exact struggles as these types of people, and they're hearing their stories being mirrored, that people are people who look just like them, who went through the same exact struggles, but they can't see it. They don't want to see it. They don't want to get help. They want to get the accolades and they want to abuse power. So Sources said, no, they're going to have to yield. So to the same thing, every knee shall bow, every tongue shall confess. And this is not religion class. This is the same thing that some of these energies teach and preach. The same exact thing. Don't teach it and don't preach it if you don't believe it. They will become a believer because it's the same thing that they're teaching and preaching. They will be a believer of the same thing they teach and preach. The same thing that made some people a star. You not can't stand out there and want other people to believe something. You can't publicly say you want people to believe something, but secretly you practice in darkness. You can't say that. You're a hypocrite. So, and then secretly trying to bring towers down on people. You can't say that. You can't cherry pick, right? So it's gonna seriously increase. It's gonna seriously increase your worth and your value, because you've already humbled yourself under whoever you believe in. If you say you believe in darkness, then you believe in darkness. You ain't out here pretending. But if you say you believe in light, then that's what you believe in. You say it. You said it. People getting tired of people being fake and acting like one thing, but then they saying something totally different. Everybody has, I'm telling y'all, we all connected under the same moon, right? So this is what I'm saying. Whoever's trying to come for you, it's not just your ancestors. It's other people out here that's saying, hold on. These people are hunting these people like savages, right? And these are people's energies who look like you. These are people who look like you. When they look in the mirror, they look just like you. So you're talking about spirits. This is a spirit within them, right? That you have cried. You have said you're leaving that behind. You've healed. Yeah, you've healed, right? You said you committed in the very beginning. I'm going to let people believe what they want to believe. I'm going to heal behind closed doors. That's the crab energy. You say, I'm going to heal. Some of y'all went to therapy. However you heal. Hugged a tree, went swimming, took classes. You heal. Whatever you need to do to heal, you say, hey, I'm breaking that generational cycle chain and curse. Whatever you did to heal, you humbled yourself. Hey, told people, hey, I don't know the meaning of certain words. Can you teach me? Whatever, right? I don't understand certain things. Can you teach me? In other words, whoever you are, no respecter of person, you may have said to people, no matter whether they were older or younger than you are, if you didn't know, you humbled yourself and you asked people. This is you right here. You humbled yourself. These energies did not. So in essence, they're trying to pretend like they are your God. Your God. Your value has increased. Your value has doubled. Theirs is -2. So, and it's felt around the world. Here's the outcome. Completion, harmony, and self-mastery. So by week's end, you'll feel emotionally integrated, at peace with both your past and your present. So let me tell you something. So let's close this out, Cancer. So closing for you, this week's energy is gentle yet transformative. Spirit reminds you that compassion is your highest frequency, the key that opens every locked door within. Allow your heart to rest in love. You'll find clarity, peace, and divine alignment, sending you love, light, and blessings. Some of y'all gonna be like that lady on Instagram with the white wig on her head. Hit the lottery, and I wish that for you if you hit the lottery. You know, I thought it was so freaking funny. She came out the house, she had that white wig on. I said, ciao. Whew. But yeah, I mean, you know, believe what you want to believe in. We're not each other's gods. You can believe in what you want to believe in. But right, say it but with your whole chest though. Don't say one thing. If you watch tarot, you watch tarot. So what? Right? If you watch tarot, say you watch tarot. Don't mean secret tomorrow. You know, and then be reporting back. So a lot of you all have found a lot of secrets, you know, through watching tarot. And I thank you all for, you know, supporting my channel. I really, really do. But a lot of people are realizing that a lot of people do practice dark magic. A lot of people do practice dark magic. And so, yeah, start packing your new dream home. It's loading. I'm telling you, it's your authenticity. It's the fact that you genuinely are a sweetheart, Cancer. Nobody is looking for a perfect human being. People are looking for transparency. We're talking about water, clear intentions. A lot of stuff look like clear intentions. A lot of things look like clear intentions. Gasoline look like clear water. right? A lot of things look like clear intentions. Sincere and clear intentions. So Source is trying to help somebody. Source is really, really trying to help you, you know, really, really trying to help you. And that's what I'm seeing here. So you're putting the past behind you. You are putting the past behind you. So Source just cleared the way for you and your future generations. You know, you don't have to carry, you carry gifts. You don't have to physically carry people on your back anymore. You really, really don't. You or your spouse or whomever, you don't have to let everybody come live with you. None of those things. You can help those who really want to help themselves. I'm telling you, you're going to start to see older people come to you asking you for your advice. It's up to them to take heed. I mean, but you're not going to keep giving people the same advice over and over and over again. Younger people will want to come up to you. They're going to still be people who feel some kind of way about why are people coming to Cancer? Why are people? Because you have clear intentions. Because you have clear intentions. That's why. Yeah, so like I said, you're in a very vulnerable space right now because people don't really know what to believe because they've been so overwhelmed with information about you all Cancers, because primarily people have been conditioned to believe certain things about whatever they were conditioned to believe about. But I'm telling y'all, the power of social media and people who look at people as stars, it's famous stars, whoever. People use that interchangeably. It's not. But something is being heard or seen around the world as far, you see water here, you see water here, reflective, right? But you're seeing something from a higher frequency. You're starting to see something from a higher frequency now. Message from your ancestors. Make room for a new blessing. Time to ground yourself. Somebody met their match. Somebody's amongst incubi and succubi. The curse is now broken. It's time to start dating again. Somebody is a Cambion, an offspring between an incubus, succubus, and a human parent. Do the mirror work. Pray for them. Wealth is within your reach. Journal your journey. Listen to your inner voice. Something is overwhelming and people really, really just don't know what to believe. They really don't know what to believe. And people are trying to hear, as I'm saying, your psychic gifts are coming out too. But somebody sent somebody towards you, Cancer, to end you, right? Somebody sent somebody to talk to you, to end you in some way, shape, form, or fashion. But come to find out, y'all have a lot of things in common. See how that works out? But a lot of it has to do because you yield to Source already. You're just doing what you do. See, you secretly yield to Source, but you openly and secretly yield to Source. It's almost like somebody was almost trying to tell people you were living a double life. This is what somebody was trying to say, is that Cancer, you're living a double life, right? That's why so much abundance and prosperity is coming your way. That's what people couldn't really figure out, like what you do behind closed doors. How in the world is Cancer thriving behind closed doors? Because you real. That's why. You're not trying to pretend. Whoever you are, you're really not trying to pretend to be something that you're not. And that's the part that some people could not figure out. Like you're genuinely real with it. Like you're not wishing harm on people behind closed doors. So people won't get the real from you. And people are starting to see something from a higher frequency. Let me give somebody an example what I'm talking about. Let's say somebody does something harmful to let's say an ex does something harmful to you, right? Wants the worst for you. You and the ex go y'all separate ways, and they do something, or somebody does something, or wishes, or your person that you're with right now, their ex wants harm done to your relationship. They wish you and the person break up or whatever. They try to bring some harm. Their wish, they could be secretly sitting at home, ripping the heads of dolls off the heads and putting X's over your faces and doing all kinds of stuff, putting together concoctions and the works, right? Everything they read in the book that they think is going to work for them, because that's what they believe in, right? You are, because words are spells, you're sending up compassion to them that you wish, you hope and wish, and you're sealing it, right? You're making bold declarations that they genuinely find something, a person, place, or thing that heals their heart. You're not, being fake and phony with it. You really want them to find the love that they deserve, right? That's going to heal their whole bloodline. They're not trying to bring people down. You don't want people, they don't want to be brought down to a lower frequency, nothing. You really want them to genuinely find love, right? The kind of love that they prayed for, because it's not you. It's not you. You've already made that. They've already crossed the line. It's not you. You feel fulfilled. You want the person that you with. You want their ex, and you want your ex. You want them respectful, whatever. You want them to go find their person. So, because you and your person, y'all found each other, or you by yourself. You want them to go find their person. They both already stepped the line. Y'all not trying to do double dating. They gonna go find their people, right? They can go find their people. Y'all get the whole point. So you're listening to your inner voice. Y'all about to have, I'm telling y'all, your everything for you have increased. It's overwhelming for some people. They can't take it. They can't handle it. These karmic relationships here that thought that they were going to link up with you all in some way, shape, form, you and your person, Cancer. And even if you're not in a relationship, if you desire to be in one, you're going to have to make a bold declaration that when people overstep boundaries in some way, shape, form, or fashion with you, friends, family members, whoever that, try to, who was committed to pulling you down at a low frequency, believing and trying to make other people believe that you weren't really a sweetheart, that you weren't kind, that you didn't carry them. And even when you trying to carry, like physically carrying, paying people's bills, y'all, this reading can go on for 2 hours for real. It really can. Best thing you can do for them is pray for them. That's it. That's all I got for y'all for real. Root chakra cleanse. You're cleaning something up at the root. You can be dealing with an earth sign. Here we have third eye chakra cleanse, but you're seeing something so clear now, it's not even funny. You're seeing something so clear. Somebody really think it literally is to death do you part. They really do. This could be a sibling that feel like, it's so deeply ingrained in them that you're supposed to carry them until y'all die for real. You're supposed to carry them on your back, and they are committed to aligning themselves with anybody. It could be an ex. It could be somebody you have kids with. They feel like you're supposed to help them, no matter who you're in a relationship with. It could be a parent that feels like you're supposed to take care of them. They will align with themselves with people that's on that same frequency, that same mindset. And when you say no, they'll be committed to destroying you. And I'm talking about public humiliation. But they're gonna have to have a tower moment. Just like they try to publicly humiliate you. So start packing. Your new dream home is loading. So inner child, right? So allow me to give compassion. What I say in the beginning of the reading? Allow me to give compassion and love to that little one. Let me attend to its deepest needs and feelings. I'm telling you, you and your person are about to be moving into your dream home. You just broke you broke an entire curse in your family. These people would have overwhelmed you, and y'all would have been living on center blocks. I'm not trying to be funny when I say this, y'all. And these people would have still, no matter what, would have overwhelmed you. You'd have been literally like you were carrying generations of people. Chaos, confusion. Every time you try to I don't even, it would have been literally like the term crabs in a barrel mentality. And the moment you try to get a look, they would have hunted you down, right? Hunted you down to find you. But you know, you're pulling something up at the root. But because for some reason, you know, like I said, like they would have hunted you like leaves on the movie Roots. That's what I have for you all, Cancer. My apologies that the reading was so long. I was really trying to make it really short. I want to tell you about the lady on Instagram. But you've always been a star. You've always been a star. You've always been genuinely compassionate. But it was because somebody, while you were, that you either shared a womb with, somehow y'all are connected in your family. You were given the same compassion as other people. They could have been in a different phase of their lives where the compassion was shown, whether it was a grandparent, a parent, somebody showed you some compassion. They were at a phase of their lives where they just said, hey, this one right here, I'm going to pour extra, you know, love. So I'm seeing some kind of reconnection happening here. You are reconciliation happening here. So congratulations to you. Your heart has always been in the right place, Cancer, you know, and you deserve all this goodness coming across your path. I'm telling you right now, it's coming. You deserve all the goodness that's coming in your path, coming across your path right now. You didn't cry your last sad tear, for real. Next tears coming, happy tears. Whoever you are, next tears are coming, they are happy tears. Because too many people went through the same thing you went through. I'm talking about people you don't even know went through the same thing. They went through the same cold reception. Ain't nowhere in the world you could be saying, you be talking to complete strangers and people would know some of the same people you know. Because whoever you're dealing with, people know these people all around the world. These people are famous and they went through the same thing that you went through with some of these people and got the same reception, same coldness. So heart chakra. Your heart is in the right place towards people. That's what I have for you, Cancers. So I'm sending you all lots of love and light as you continue to purge as we enter this new moon. It'll be in Libra/Scorpio. Scorpio is the purging zodiac sign. It's a death card. Connects us with 8th house. 8th house is about intimacy and shared possessions, and for you, intimacy and shared possessions have been overwhelming because you carried so much ancestrally on your back. So many people, it's like you felt obligated, but you don't have to anymore. You can share your wisdom and your knowledge with whoever wants the wisdom and knowledge, right? And you're not sharing unwarranted anything. So that's what I have for you. Hopefully this is helpful, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye.